The HBO series Succession returns for a third season this Sunday. Earlier today, we sat down with Succession star Brian Cox, who stars as media titan Logan Roy. Cox, a storied actor, of course. We started by asking him how the role of Logan Roy in Succession has altered his perspective on acting on the big screen versus the small screen versus the stage.
The problem about theatre, especially as I'm getting older, it's, one doesn't have the same amount of time, but I'd certainly like to have a go at some theatre before, try and fit it into a crazy busy schedule. But the long form of television, from an acting point of view, is probably the best. Television is really so actor-friendly now, and I love that. I love that aspect of it. And working on a show like Succession, of course, it's a gift, because you get to develop something over 9 or 10 episodes, so there's nothing like it. So I think television, the long form of television, the particular television, where we do something over a long period of time, is very gratifying and very rewarding.
In terms of the character, you've had some stunning ones to play down the years, from Lecter to Churchill. Is Logan Roy now top of that list, maybe in terms of the fun you get from it?
Yeah, I think Logan is, pretty special. He's well up there, I mean, I've had great roles, and I can't complain. It's like your children. You can't say, well, I prefer that role to that role. I mean, there are roles I've preferred, roles I haven't. But it's certainly Logan is a kind of pinnacle in a way for me.
It's a widely acclaimed show for so many reasons, but in 2021, it really is an essential commentary on business, Succession, that is. Oh. When did you realize that this was a touchstone?
I think we've always had that inkling. Jesse is that kind of writer. He's dramatist, satirist, allegorist. He's all kinds of ists. As a writer, and his team is Lucy Preble, Tony Roach, John Brown, Will. They're all so much of a muchness. They're just extraordinary bunch of people. And Susan Lee Stanton. They just are. And you're in great hands, and this is great work, and it's current work.
Has it changed the way you think about business in America, playing Logan Roy? Has it changed the way you read the news?
No, I've always been pretty contemptuous of how things in America. I think this is a really...
News anchors like us.
Pardon?
Contemptuous of news anchors like us. Sorry, continue
the thought. I'm not contemptuous of news anchors, but the interesting thing is that what's so interesting about America is it's so polarized, and yet it doesn't, like CNN is clearly the same story again and again and again and again and again. And I love CNN because I'm fairly left-wing, so I go to it. But then I get, it's the same number because it's in opposition, quite rightly. And then Fox News, well, I don't even go there because that's like, the devil. But it's so interesting that back in the UK, there's more debate, there's more nuance in the news. It's not as cut and dry, it's not as, but also I understand where it's coming from because this country desperately needs alignment. And so you can see why these channels have developed in the way they have. And from a Logan Roy point of view, that's as it should be. And there is a market in it. He sees, that's why Fox News is why Murdoch has Fox News, because there's a market for it. Whether he believes any of their nonsense is neither here nor there. But he just knows that it's good television. And I think this is what Logan understands, and but I also am empathetic to the fact that we need this polarity in this country. We desperately need it because, it's in such a bad state.